on undefinedradio.com. Seems like it's been a while since we've done this.
Yes,
Had a
it
little
has.
vacation.
Yeah, you did.
It was nice.
I did not work the
Oh,
whole time.
dude, it was so good being down in Florida. I ain't gonna lie. It was the greatest thing just to be down there and chill out on the beaches.
Yeah, bet it was nice.
And we did for a few days. That's all we did. We had a wedding to go to. Got to see my girlfriend's lovely daughter Brittany get married. It was a beautiful wedding.
No, that's cool.
That's a great wedding.
That
It was
is
a
cool.
nice wedding. So yeah, it was cool. It
Very
was cool,
cool.
but we're back here to the real world now. And,
Yep.
got some wrestling to talk about because
Yeah, we do.
it has been an eventful couple of weeks. Oh geez, yeah, it has been an eventful couple of weeks, really. I mean, Lord, we've had it was a big weekend this weekend. Down at OWO,
Yep.
then we're down at Bluff City this weekend, and we're going to talk about this. So there is a benefit we are doing this weekend in Osceola,
Osceola,
Arkansas.
Been a while.
Easy to get to, honestly. It's one of the easier drives that you're going to. People are like, "Oh, that sounds so far away," but it's right. It takes a little over an hour to get there from here, from my house.
It's straight down the interstate.
Dude, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's for Bishop Vickie. And she was a Memphis staple in the 90s. I mean,
Yeah.
she's been on Channel 5. She had a lot to do. I mean, we had her daughter Casey on Bottom Car Booking last night, talking about this show and giving a little background history and story on Vickie. And it was a lot of fun. The interview with Casey last night was a lot of fun. It got me even more pumped for this weekend because I'm really excited for this weekend. I'll put up the poster for the show for this weekend. Y'all can see it right here on the screen. And it's being called A Night to Fight, and it is being hosted by MCW. They have allowed them to use their building, and it's a nice setup. I love going to Osceola. I mean, they have a nice setup over there in Osceola. Yeah. Long history in that building back. So those guys run a really good show. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be there's a lot of talent from all around the area going to be there on the show. This is how many people's lives that Vickie has touched, and so many of the guys. I was telling the story last night. I just met her when I started with Bluff City last October because I wrestled when I started wrestling. I wrestled in Memphis for a little while, my first 3 years, and then mostly it was in Mississippi and Alabama and other parts of Tennessee and Arkansas. So I didn't hang out in Memphis. All right, that scene was not for me back then. And but she welcomed me with open arms at when I came to Bluff because she's doing a lot of the logistics in the back, times, all the stuff, getting guys where they're supposed to be. And she is such a cool person, cool human being. And to be around her and to actually get to know her over the last year has been a lot of fun. She's very knowledgeable.
Very cool.
And boy, she's very perceptive. And she's one of those people you go to when unless you don't want to know the truth. Unless you don't want to know
that's
the
what
truth.
you want, though. People, guys understand that. That's why if it's a drizzlings, you need to know. You need to know.
You do need to know.
You need to know mistakes we made.
She's gonna tell you if it is so, which I think should be better, right? It always, to me, it's you should always be pushed to be better, and I think she does that. And it's been great getting to know her. She's been fighting this battle for a long time. It's been in remission, and it's been great that she's such a fighter.
Very cool.
And gets to do this. I am excited about it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. See a lot of guys I hadn't seen in a minute. And you've got a lot of guys putting aside their egos and all this stuff to go and do this show for her.
Yeah,
and that's how it should be.
Yes, it should be. You're right,
and I'm happy it's that way. Good Lord, I'm about to turn down the dang volume on my notifications because, good Lord, man.
They're just tearing you up, are they?
It's getting blown up right now. It's out of control. It is out of control right now. Yeah, I have to turn off all notifications for Facebook because they are killing me. Killing me. That's all you can hear in the background is all that stuff.
I know. I was looking, I was like,
dude, yeah. But it will be a great show. So if you make it out to Osceola, it's 1098 West Kaiser Street in Osceola, Arkansas. It's easy to get to. And like I said, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. And I know the guys are excited about it because that's what a lot of people are talking about. Right? It's just one of those things everybody's talking about, and I'm glad they're talking about it. I'm glad they're showing up to do it because it means a lot. It means a lot to the family. It means a lot to Vickie, it certainly means a lot knowing that she has touched so many people in their lives, and people are all too happy to get on there and give back and to talk about it. So, and it's it's one of those things, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you can make it, come on down. Doors open at 4. Bell time is at 5. So you got plenty of time before and after to do whatever you want and support the thing. So it's a great time for the show. So it's going to be fun. So come on out, have a good time with us, and celebrate this. You're going to see some great wrestling. There is no doubt.
Oh yeah,
there is no doubt. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I've seen some on that poster I hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Derek King was on that poster.
Derek,
he's supposed to be there.
Love Derek. Hadn't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, so he'll be there. Of course, we'll be there.
Yeah.
East Coast Bad Boys will be there. Bullwhip Ballard will be there. You're just gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of guys. Del Tucker, Chris Lex, they will be there. Of course, King Leprechaun, Johnny Dotson will be there. I mean, Big Lou, Winston will be there.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot. It's going to be a good show. And I'm excited. Dread the Clown will be there. You just got a lot of guys coming from all over the place to be a part of this show. And I'm really, really glad that they are because, again, this is what I love about wrestling. And that's just, just getting out of who I am for a minute. I really love this about wrestling because you can – And I'm not bringing anybody into the back behind the scenes of wrestling. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not made that way. I'm not telling you what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not telling you about working and shooting. I ain't telling you about any of that stuff. What I am telling you about is there is a special brotherhood in wrestling and sisterhood, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's a family.
It is a true family, and people can have disagreements, and people can have this and that, and all this stuff can happen. And feelings, that's just part of the business. You get over it. You put all that aside. But nothing says that more than when you see something like this and guys coming together to say, because none of that's important. None of it's important.
It's not.
What's important are people like Vickie, who's going through what she's going through with, dude, when you're going through that sort of thing, I mean, it's life or death. And that's one of those things where you have to stare that down and you have to, and your mindset is one of two things, hopelessness or I'm going to fight it. Vickie chose to fight this thing, just bulldog fight. I mean, here we go. And her family's been real supportive, and that's tough on the family too. It's not just tough on the person; it's tough on the family. And when people there's when somebody calls you because this is such a greedy business, it is. Everybody's about money. What am I getting paid? How I need to be paid? I can't do nothing if I ain't getting paid. Yeah. It's an easy yes. I don't want nothing. It ain't about that. And none of these guys on this show want a dime. They're like, what can we do to help you? Exactly. That's the best part about the wrestling business.
Exactly. And that's what it should be.
That's the best part about this. And I love that. And Carl's right. Nobody should ever fight alone. And that's true. I mean, it's so easy for us to get lost in our own problems. And I'm the world's worst, right? I'm a terrible communicator. I am. I'll get up in my own feelings, or I'll get down about something that I'm just down about, and I won't tell it to anybody. I won't communicate it with anybody. I just keep to myself, and you just won't hear from me for a while. Just because that's just how I've always dealt with things. And so it's hard when you've got people who are willing to help you. It's hard to reach out and communicate a lot.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to be intrusive, especially for somebody like me. I don't want to be intrusive into somebody's issues, right? Yeah. But on things like this, you're not intrusive. You're not doing anything. You're helping.
No, you help.
And everybody has to have help at some point. We all have to have it. And
when something like this, you put all your differences aside. It don't matter what organization you come from, if you're heel, maybe whatever. That none of that matters. What matters is doing something for your family member.
It is. It's always about that.
Period.
I mean, everything else is petty. I mean, it just is. Everything else is petty.
It is. We're wrestlers. We're petty. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Like Carl's going through some stuff right now. I ain't going to tell his business because that's for him. I mean, he shared it on his stuff. If you want to go follow Carl. Yeah. Carl's a good dude. He is. I like Carl. He is mouthy, which I appreciate. I just do. I just appreciate that so much. But again, when you go through the things that some of these people have to go through, and you're very fortunate that you haven't had to go through some of the severe things. Like I've had surgeries, I've had this and that, but then you see somebody else going through something that's, you're like, you know what, my crap wasn't nothing.
Exactly.
My crap, and
I agree.
I saw some of these other things that I'm like, good Lord, man, I have been blessed not to have to go through some things that these guys are having to do, they face head on. And I have nothing but respect and love for these guys just for what they have to face and what they choose to face.
Yeah.
Even when it's difficult and they're scared, because, dude, I'm scared for them. Because you get close to people and you start liking people. I'm like, oh, you develop friendships that you didn't know you were missing.
Oh, right? Trust me. I've got a few right now. I'm not mentioning them. I've got a family. Yeah. I've got about 3 or 4 right now that I'm just like, wow.
I know it.
Going through difficult times, and it's just breaking my heart.
It is. So doing things like this is easy.
Yeah.
And I don't get it when people refuse to do it, because there are people who refuse to do it.
I know. And
it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because why? Well, I have, there's a game on. I really don't want to miss this game, but I really have something else I really want to do. Yeah. I'm sorry. Exactly. But you can record a game. You can reschedule pretty much any other thing.
Yeah.
This is about helping people who didn't even ask for the help, but you want to help because they fought this hard battle and you want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So you should come on out. I don't care where you're from. It's an easy drive. Honestly, Osceola is from everywhere. You'll be welcome with open arms. You need to come out. You need to support it. It's not even that expensive to get in. You come out, you support. Bell time is at 5, doors open at 4. It's Osceola, Arkansas, 1098 West Kaiser Street. Come on down. You'll be glad you did. It's going to be a great day of wrestling action. You want to see some great action, you're going to see it. Because I know most of these guys on this card. And I can tell you, these dudes are not afraid to go out there and perform the way wrestling should be performed. Yeah. And I love that. They're going to leave it all out there. And that's the important thing, because we're doing this for Miss Vickie.
Yeah.
Come on out and support it. You won't be disappointed. You'll see the posters. Be sure you share it. You'll see this poster. I'm going to share it once again on here. I will show this to you. So you can't say that you haven't seen the poster, because here it is right there. You'll see it on my page. You'll see it on MCW's pages, all the other workers' pages. Johnny Dawson. You'll see it on Lone Wolf's page. Share the poster. You guys who are fans who come and support us, and I appreciate all the fans. We may not see eye to eye, because you ain't seeing eye to eye with me. I know. No. That's not the point. No. The point is, though, you should all see eye to eye and wanting to share this and make sure this is a successful and great event. So like it and share it, get the word out there, because this is how we make events successful, by getting the word out there, by sharing, by saying, hey, because it doesn't take long to do. And that's, another thing that pisses me off is that guys are afraid and they won't share something that takes 2 seconds. Literally, hitting a share button only takes 2 seconds to do it.
On both my pages.
So you should share it.
Yes.
Share this stuff, folks. Get it out there. I want to see it shared.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there is going to be an auction. Dude, so speaking of that, fans, people, family, friends, there's going to be an auction there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think what they're doing with this auction is going to be great. You're going to see some interesting stuff. And again, the things that the men and women give just from their hearts and themselves is great.
Yeah.
The auction is going to be fun. You're going to, and I tell you, for those of you who've never been to MCW and that building over there, I love it. I love it over there because the atmosphere is great. First of all, MCW has a great fan base over there.
Yeah.
Those fans, they're loyal.
Yeah.
They're loyal, right? But they have such a great setup. I mean, their setup is awesome. I love their setup. And I've told that to them since the first time I ever went over there. I love it. It's just, to me, it brings you back into that feeling.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do a benefit show and you're going to do a fundraiser and something of this magnitude, to me, it's a perfect place to do it. Because it brings you in as a fan, and you realize, and you'll see why wrestling is such a family. To those who understand that it's a family-oriented thing. You will see that when you get down there Saturday. You'll know. You will know. Devil's Rejects are donating some tumblers. I know we're going to donate some shirts. I know other guys are donating shirts, tumblers, cups, all kinds, gift cards. There will be so many things that people are doing. And it's going to be a good time. Like I said, I'm excited about it. You guys should be excited about it. So I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited for it.
Oh, I know.
Let's go. It's going to be great.
That's the only thing that's bad on me is I miss stuff because I work on the weekends. That's the only time. If you're not working on the weekends, go and support all this right here. I mean, any kind. If it's music, wrestling, anything that especially benefits, support.
Yeah, support
these people.
Support it. Go out there and do it.
So
it's going to be fun. Be sure y'all support it. There's a lot going on this weekend over at Osceola, so it'll be a good time. The rest is going to be great. And remember what we're doing this for and who we are doing this for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great history there. You can go out and check out bottom card booking. About halfway through last night, around the 30-minute mark, you'll see we bring Casey on. We talk about her mom, Bishop Vickie, and who this is for. Some great stories there. And so I will let me show you this. I'll post this up here real quick. I love this. Right. Here we go. Bishop Vickie. She got a Ready to Be Fine fur coat on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Which is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so she has been a staple up there for a while, and she got to do a lot of cool things, and that's during training. They had that ring in their backyard. I mean, so there's a lot of great history there and a lot of great historical significance to what she does and who she is as a person. And I couldn't be happier to be a part of it. So I'm excited. It'll be a fun weekend that I'm actually really looking forward to, and to see some of the guys I ain't got to see in a while, and to see her. Because she was helping us with Bluff before she had to go through this thing, and so her daughter helps us right now with Bluff, and Casey does. So again, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great thing. So I'm excited about it.
Very, very cool.
Well, one thing I'm not excited about, Lone Wolf.
What happened?
I'm not excited about seeing the magical little leprechaun himself, Johnny Dotson. He'll be there Saturday, unfortunately. King Leprechaun. The King Leprechaun will be there. I'm getting more and more.
You are horrible.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. That dude went and got himself kicked out of Impact Wrestling Saturday night. Went and got himself thrown out of the building.
What happened?
He thought he was a king. And they told him real quick, "You ain't no king up in here." Doink. They punted him. He went flying. As a matter of fact, fans didn't know what that was, flying across the arena and bouncing out the other side door. It was Johnny. That UFO y'all saw in the stadium being kicked around, everybody's trying to figure out what happened. That was Johnny Dodson being kicked out through the door. That's what that was. There's old Johnny being tossed out on his head from Impact. They're like, "Nah, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here." And they chunked him out. Deservedly so. Nobody likes Johnny. Everybody knows he's two-faced, an instigator. And we get to get our hands on him Saturday at the benefit. So I'm sorry, Vickie. I know y'all go back a long way. But old King Munchkin gonna get toe up. I would say toe up from the flow up, but honestly, this is from the floor and his head, about a foot and a half? Top of his head to the floor, about a foot and a half. Would you say standing vertically? Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's what I would say.
Well, I told you it's going to take. I'm not sure how.
King Super Trash.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to take him a while to navigate the waters of being a baby again.
He ain't no baby. He's two-faced. He's trying to snow all these people. He ain't no good guy. I've been telling y'all the whole time, we're the heroes. He's the villain. Everybody believes his stick. He's some little sweetheart of a man. And gives of his heart and all that stuff. No, he don't. No, he don't.
You know me. You know how I am. I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
And that's a terrible character flaw. Terrible character flaw. You have got to rethink that. You've got to rethink that, dude. You got to dial that back a little bit.
Well, it's one of those. Am I cautious? Sure, I'm cautious. I mean, look what all he did and everything else. I mean, me being a baby and everything, and me being even out of, out of the locker room now, as far as any ring competition. But me, if I was sealing, I'd be very. I would. Being a baby, I would be very cautious. Would I give him a chance? Yeah, I probably would give him a chance, but I'd be very, very cautious until he proved himself. That's me. Now that's just personally me being the baby. I was pretty much around this area, the ultimate baby. I guess
that's just asking to get your ass kicked. That's all that is.
But,
oh my God! You know what? Before we get into this,
I
would be certainly remiss if I did not mention the passing of one luscious Kenny Valiant.
Man, you ain't joking. I hate to hear that this morning.
People have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings on Kenny Valiant. And I get it. I do. Because I've had lots of thoughts and lots of feelings on Kenny Valiant. But I will say this. I got into wrestling, right? Kenny booked me on a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Kenny liked me. He booked me on a lot of shows, and I appreciate it. And here's the thing. Kenny has issues and had issues like anybody else did.
No, he did.
You know, it's just you hang around this life long enough, you just going to have them. And so you can say what you will, but Kenny was always entertaining. Whether or not you love the man or love to hate the man.
Yeah.
Kenny was always Kenny Valiant could promote his show like nobody's business.
No, he could.
That dude right there. He was a silver tongue devil. Yeah. I mean, you talk about guys like that.
I will tell you this. I did a few shows for him back in the day too, and every show I ever did with him, it was the crowd was packed. You know,
dude,
he did good.
Did you see the Elvis movie, the new Elvis movie that came out?
No, I have not.
It's so good. First of all, great movie. But Tom Hanks played Colonel Parker right there, right?
Yeah.
And in the movie, they kept calling him the Snowman because that's what carnies were, shuckers and jivers, they were snowmen. That's what they do, con you, right?
Yeah.
And so, but they could, because of their way, they could talk you out of doing this or talk you into doing something. And Kenny was that way.
Yeah.
Like the ice cream battle royal they did in baseball. And that wasn't the first ice cream. That dude has done that. Blindfold battle royals. Yeah. I mean, all the stuff. We worked Rock and Roll Express and blindfold.
What was the swimming pool when they did?
Oh, Lord. I wasn't a part of that.
No, Stud was. I watched that.
I think Stud.
I wasn't part of that one either.
But you saw stuff like that a lot. Yeah. And Kenny would do all that stuff. Like he would used to book the Fake Taker.
Yes.
We just called him the Dead Man, right?
Yeah, just called him
Undertaker.
I know. Couldn't get.
We called him the Fake Taker.
Yeah.
But Kenny always called him the Dead Man.
Yeah. Where's he at now?
I have no idea. No idea. But Kenny was so clever and so good at promoting. I'm telling you, the guys today.
I don't think dude ever got in the ring, did he? I think he just
stood there.
I know.
This dude made more money than all of us.
Yeah, because they were signing autographs. Yeah, signing autographs. The dude did look a lot like he did
because he was a ginger, right? Yeah. A lot of gingers look alike.
Yeah,
you notice that? They don't have a few varying looks. Gingers
I know,
but they have because a former buddy of mine, one of my
he
best
looked
friends,
like Mark, dude.
Looked just like him in the face too.
He did.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's, like my ex-wife argued with me one day. She came home. She said, "I just saw the Undertaker in Walmart." I'm like, "No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. It's not him."
Yes, I did. I'm telling you, I know the Undertaker. I know what he looks like. I'm telling you, I'm like, no. She's like, and she said, "Yes, it was. I'm telling you, he's not. He's not taller than you are. He's about your height." I'm like, that should tell you right there.
Yeah, he's not.
That's not the Undertaker. He's legit 6'7", 6'8".
Oh,
he's a basketball player.
At least, yeah.
So he's actually tall.
Yeah.
I said that's not the same person. She argued with me about this forever until she finally saw him again. I'm like, I told you that is not him. And somebody else had to confirm it.
Yeah.
Somebody looks just like him. I'm like, okay, but there's no way the Undertaker's gonna be in Centopia, Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
First of all, so it was funny.
Yeah.
But Kenny would use stuff like that.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's how he would promote. We did a Legend show down in baseball at their Coliseum down there, right?
Yep.
And oh geez, it was a big house. Dude, it was a big house that day. Dead Man was on there. Of course, Bill Dundee Lawler was on there. We were on there working. The Asylum worked Pure Destruction. Brick House was on the show. I mean, it was a big show.
Wait, is that the one where they did the thumbtacks?
What's up, CJ?
Huh? Is that the one where they did the thumbtacks?
And Brick and Bill we're leaving. Yeah, that was it.
That's it. Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, so like I said, you can say a lot of things about Kenny, and and you won't be wrong on how you think about it.
No,
but because me and Ray had this conversation a while back because we had been talking about Kenny because we were just reminiscing and talking about Kenny, and I was like, I'm not even mad I didn't get paid for my last couple of shows I did for him, right? Because I knew one day it was coming.
Yeah,
I knew one day it was coming. You just kind of knew.
Yeah,
and so it was almost expected.
Yeah.
But he would pay he paid certain guys, but when he got used to it and got real close, he figured, nah, I can get these other guys I don't know so well. I can pay them, but these other guys I know real well, I can just tell them I'll catch them next time. And sometimes he would.
Yeah.
Sometimes he would. But he got this dude could talk sponsors out of so much concessions.
Yeah,
it was interesting to see. He was good. He was good.
I know it's good.
He was so good like that.
He was.
But I miss that dude. But it's just one of those things where you hate to hear it. He had so many health issues and stuff, but it's tough that he couldn't be a more part of the wrestling business these last few years. But
yeah, I know.
As Kenny, man, I had a lot of great memories of Kenny Baggett. First time I met him was at Shriner Building in Coldwater. I hadn't been in the business a year and a half maybe when I met him up there, but it was fun and it was great. And I know there's a lot of guys out there who have a lot of fond memories. I know Jimmy Blaylock was real tight.
No, yeah, he was. That's what I saw this morning was Jimmy's page.
Yeah, Wrestling News Center I think also posted an article about it, which is good. But it's it's sad, but it's also life, and talking about things, and you never know when it's going to be your time. And it's over, and I mean, you're here and you're gone, and you don't know when that's going to happen. And I also think it goes to show why holding grudges and being bitter about stuff is pointless.
It is.
Why? I get people piss you off and make you mad. They do me all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. But I have to take a step back, and it's like, you know what? I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. They don't hang out with me. I ain't let them live rent free in my head. It ain't worth it to me.
No,
because I'm still gonna do me.
Yeah.
And you still got a life to live, and you got to live it on your terms, not somebody else's terms. And I think that's always the key. Hopefully we'll see CJ Saturday. CJ is a good kid too. He's young. He's got a lot of potential too, and I got to be in the ring with him a couple of times, and kid right there, he's going to be good. One of the claps, and I think it's
cool.
Yeah, I think it's Carl's son, but he's a good kid, and I enjoy being in the ring with him. And I think he's got a little bright little future ahead of him because, like I said, all those guys know how to work, and they pass along a lot of knowledge down there. And like I said, good kid. I mean, he trusted us to work with him, and that's, you see big guys like us coming in there, and they can be intimidating, right? I mean, it is. Because I remember being small and working big dudes, and I was, oh my God, what's about to happen? Because you don't know. You have no idea. And it's like, and then when usually it's the bigger guys you can trust the most.
No, it is.
And I never forgot that.
No.
And when I'm working guys who are much smaller than me or stuff like that, I try to remember that.
No.
Like, all right, I'm not trying to, I want to break you down. I won't break you down completely here. Lessons, yes.
Yeah.
Breaking you down completely, no.
Yeah.
You have to use your mind or matter. You don't mind, and they don't matter. Oh, Chance, by the way, the shirts are being pressed.
Very cool.
By the way, Chance will have your shirt out hopefully by the end of this week. I will try to get that to you, buddy. I will cut it like you want it, like you were talking about. So it may not be perfectly cut, but it will be cut kind of, workout style like you were wanting us to. So I'll get it taken care of for you.
I'm proud of old Chance too, man.
He's done good,
coming up, man. He has, man. Good. He's done real good. I'm proud. I don't brag on him. Yes, he is. Working out. I watch him every day, man.
You keep showing up, Chance. That's all you got to do. You're never too old to do it.
Nope.
Just keep showing up.
Real proud of you, brother.
I mean, that's how you do it.
Real proud of you.
And don't let anybody else tell you different.
No.
Ever.
No. You send them to us.
You just keep doing your thing.
That's right.
That's what you do. All right. All right. Let's talk about some other things.
What you want to talk about now?
Well, we've got. Shoot. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, we do.
We're about to get ready to start promoting our Hadley show for Crossroads, October 29th.
Yep.
That will be a big show. It's on a Sunday, 4 o'clock. Hopefully I'll have the poster up for it soon.
Yeah.
I know that we've got another announcement for Bluff City coming for November 4th. Yep. That will be coming out soon. And again, like with all the wrestling that's around here, Middleton is on Friday nights in Middleton, Tennessee, MIW Middleton, Tennessee. Osceola over there at MCW. They run
Yeah.
every Friday night in Osceola.
Yeah.
I know APW's got some shows coming up over there. There's a lot of good wrestling around.
Is.
A lot of good wrestling around here.
Yes, it is.
So, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to put this. I wasn't really going to get into it, but you know what? Always, I'm like, you know what? Might as well. Why not? Why not get into it?
Oh Lord, what we getting into, brother?
Well, this is what we're doing.
All right.
So I saw a deal. We've been laughing about it all weekend because it's actually been pretty funny.
Mm.
I mean, it really has been pretty funny.
Oh.
So I saw this thing with that somebody posted.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, I know, shocking. But I saw it, and because I saw it, we got to talk about it. So they're talking about, the quote was, and I'm paraphrasing. I will paraphrase. I have to paraphrase it.
Okay.
I won't quote it verbatim.
All right.
Because honestly, I don't remember it verbatim.
Yeah.
Had to do with one company is talked about more than any company up there in the Memphis area, right? And I got tickled about it because I actually believe that.
Yeah.
So this is a company not even close to Memphis that nobody in Memphis talks about outside of the guys who work for said company.
Yeah.
Who may wrestle up there, but nobody else talks about it. Like nobody even knows who they are outside of their viewing area.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. But that was the quote you heard, right? And people were saying, yeah. And it's like, no, not really. That's a falsehood. Because there are a few companies up in Memphis I've talked about way more, and y'all never even mentioned in that. But here's the thing. And so as you're talking about that, you're seeing that, I was like, I really don't mind them saying it.
No, I don't either.
Because at first I was like, first of all, you're lying and you're wrong. Because I took it personally because of, I know that's not true. Because I know where we work at. However, when I saw it, I got thinking, I was like, I don't mind you believing it. You can believe in your fantasies all you want to. It's good to believe in fairy tales. And you can believe it. And you should believe in your company.
Yeah, exactly. You should
think the problem I have is you out and out loud about it.
Yeah.
And trying to clout chase. I'm just not a fan of clout chasing, right?
No, to me, the thing is the person to put it. I mean, just like a perfect example with the Crossroads. We're just starting out. How much confidence have I got? Now, and we even discussed this before. I am proud of every company there is out there. I don't care who it is in Memphis or the surrounding areas. There's good wrestling going on. I will support them 110%. But my full undivided attention is on Crossroads. And my what I want to see happen is to make Crossroads the best it can possibly be. Yeah, and sure, you want to be top dog. Everybody wants to be top dog. If you don't want to be top dog, you don't need to be in this business. It's the same thing if you're wrestling. If you don't want to be top dog, you don't need to be in this business. If you have an organization and you don't want to make that organization top dog, you don't need to be in this business. So I mean, I'm not going to get mad at them for that. I mean, truth or not, that's on them. But I mean, I can't damn them for trying to promote their stuff.
Oh yeah,
at all. Exactly. I mean, they should want to be and should think and should have that attitude. We're the best.
Well, but here's the thing. The only thing that makes you, because that's not how they were coming for it, right? They were taking shots.
Oh, they were taking shots.
They were taking shots. It wasn't about thinking your company's the best. It wasn't ever about that.
They were just taking shots.
It was about taking shots.
You know how I feel about that. I'm like, I ain't taking shots.
That's why I had an issue with it. And why a lot of guys were laughing about it, having an issue. And I say issue with it. It wasn't like, oh, man, we're going to teach them a lesson. It wasn't that. It was like, okay. Some self-awareness may be in order.
Yeah.
Maybe in order. But it was funny. Now, truly believing, like we were just talking about, that your company is the best and you're trying that. I agree. I always say that. You should always believe you're the best.
Yes.
However, that's not what that was. It was all about the shot taking because, well, there's a lot of reasons behind it. That most of them personal, most of them ego driven.
No, well, if you think about this, me and you discussed this a long time ago. My thing is, I mean, the best way, especially, and this is a shoot. This is I'm not talking about works. There's different. I mean, if we're working with another company, yes, we're going to go back and forth and have fun with it and everything else. But if somebody's shooting, if somebody comes up there and says something, the best way, and this goes for wrestlers or anybody else, and we've even done this too. It's like the best way to deter that. Don't even bring them up. Don't give them don't give them their fight. Don't give them their 15 minutes of fame. Don't you ignore them. And WWE is a perfect example of that. How many times AEW, everybody else, WWE, blah 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 blah. Well, hey, you're just putting WWE right there on the TV. What they're doing on theirs, not saying a word about you.
Yeah, you don't to your own house.
Exactly, and that's the best way to handle situations like that. So I mean, somebody trying to take shots at other companies, it's like, dude, who cares? You're just putting their
I'm more
name.
interested with working with other people, and other companies who want to work together.
Exactly.
And whether that's doing angles or sharing talent or whatever it is, I mean, I don't, whatever the case is,
just having fun and having a good time,
or just coexisting.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be about actually physically working together. It should be like, hey, look, I saw your stuff. I'll promote it for you. Let's get it out there. Stuff like that. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about it.
Yeah,
but I don't put assholes over.
No.
That I ain't doing.
No, I don't blame me either. That. Well, the ones there when they were assholes, what do we do? We just don't mention their name.
I'm like, no.
We're not going to give them. And that's the best way to do it. Is just not. I mean, just, you can be like that. Then I'm not going to help you out. We're not going to share talent. We're not going to, we're not going to, acknowledge you at all.
I'm going to shit on your ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to talk shit. I'm going to talk shit.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm just going to totally ignore them. Like, man, they don't exist.
Because I don't care for it. I don't mind. I'm already pegged as an asshole anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. I mean?
It's your job.
It is. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah. Oh, trust me. I will tell you this. Sometimes being a baby sucks because, I can't say what I really want to say.
Well, it's fun too because leading into that is really the whole thing that started all that stuff because I'm old school, truly, in the way that I promote and work.
Yeah.
Because I know how I was taught to do it. I know how I was taught about the actual business and how the business works and operates and how you get from A, B to C, how you start angles, finish angles, how you build angles, and how you get people into your building, right?
Yeah.
So I was taught all of that from a few people who are knowledgeable and experts at doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I was brought in. And you sat under that learning tree and you're like, okay. And you start watching and you start asking questions. Well, why are you doing this? Why does this work like that? And you see the successful ones, right? And all the successful ones are very interactive. They are very proactive. And they are true salesmen in their craft, right? So they're always working every angle of the business. And I'm not talking just in between the ropes, but outside the ropes before you ever get to the building, the lead up to the building, everything. All right. You got to work it all.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have social media.
Yeah. Oh, man,
it's a great tool to have.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude.
I have heard so many supposed veterans and knowledgeable people and people who supposedly know everything talk about you're oversaturating yourself. You shouldn't be on social media promoting it. Why not just go in there and be positive and do this? I'm like, that's not wrestling.
That's not wrestling.
Wrestling is drama. Wrestling is built on drama.
Yeah.
It's like everything else in great movie and great theater and great
it's
sports that you want to see. That's why do you think fan bases are so divided in these football games? You go to a rivalry football game, the fan bases hate each other.
No,
it's built on that, right? And make no mistake, football is entertainment. Baseball is entertainment. So it's basketball and every other sport.
Yeah.
You can't have a sport without a fan base to be entertained by what you put out
exactly.
there. Right? So it's no different than wrestling. It's no different than movies and theater and everything else. You can pretend it is, but it's not. It's all the same.
Yeah, it is.
Because your goal is you are the sportsman, the actor, whatever it is, and you have your audience that you are catering to. That's been that way since day one. It's always been that way. It will always be that way because that's what it's because without audience, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
The greats know how to pack them in. They know how to get the audience engaged. Yeah. They know how to make the audience remember them. And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's what you You 100% have to do that.
No.
I mean, and people don't think that these days that those days are over and that people just don't recognize you. Dude, when I was in Florida, I signed autographs in Florida.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe it, but I got witnesses to the fact.
No, I'm sure you did.
Kid came up and said, "Are you Big Daddy Storm? This is in Florida. Last week.
Yeah.
Are you Big Daddy Storm?" And I was like, I'm being ribbed right now, right? I'm like, who put you up to that? Nobody. I'm like, somebody put you up to that. I thought it was Jennifer first.
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about it. He said, no, I see you on TikTok. I see you on Facebook and YouTube. Social media. All right. Promoting.
Yeah.
Talking. Promoting the events. Everything that I go to. That's why when I talk about being booked on somebody's show, like when you book me on your show.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, Storm, I want you to come in. We'd like to have you come in. I'm not just saying, okay, then I'll see you in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whenever the date is you book me on your show.
No.
From that moment on, I'm invested in promoting your show.
Yeah.
There's going to be promos cut for that show.
Yeah.
If I know who I'm working, they'll be cut on those people. Yeah. It will be, I will share the posters. There will always be some kind of content going out.
Yeah.
By the time I get there, hyping it up now, if your own company doesn't want to share that, that's on you.
Yeah.
But like with OWO, I'm always
we talked about
promos.
That.
When I got down there Saturday night, this is great. I pulled in Saturday night. I got a car full of people. We pull in. We're like, and this is 100% true, and I got all these guys can back it up. Jennifer can back this up. We pull in. We're like, hey, we got to find a parking spot. All right, there must be the building back there. Let's go to it. We drive around. You got all these high school teenagers helping with parking, right? So, hey, where's parking at? Oh, right here, right here. I said, no. I rolled down my window. I said, no. Where's the wrestler parking at? And their eyes just picked up. I'm like, oh, it's back there. And they yelled to the coach at the gate, wrestler parking? Oh, yeah. It's over here. So, all right, they said, wait, who are you? I'm like, oh, I'm Big Daddy. And they just popped loud. And we're dancing all up and down. Like, yeah, that's who we thought. Blah, 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 blah. Guys in the car are like, what is going on right now? Because I promo after promo after promo in their town, right? Seeing it down there. OWO sharing it in their town. The people at the school sharing the stuff at their school. So now these people are already, before I even step foot in their building, they're already getting a taste. And I've been there before, so they kind of already know me anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But they see that. So when I get in there, I don't show my face the rest of the night until my match, which is main event.
That's the best way to do it.
I don't come out. I don't mingle with the crowd because I'm a heel.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't see me again until main event. When I come out, it's a reaction. And I engage the crowd nonstop. I'm not worried about doing spot after spot after spot. I'm more concerned with entertaining the fans and making sure they have such a great time. They don't remember anything else other than they hated me. They love to see me get beat. All that stuff, the raw feelings that you want them to have.
Exactly.
Like, that's old school. That's old school salesmanship. That's how you do it. So when I see people say, oh, you're oversaturating yourself. No, we're not, because you know what? People are talking about it.
Yeah.
They do. Whether they're talking good or bad, doesn't matter.
No.
They still talk about it.
Yeah.
They still know, like, good Lord, I know that guy. Yeah. And it's happened to me a lot. Yeah. Just because I'm not afraid to promote myself and who I'm working with and working for at the time. And I wish a lot of these guys would understand that. Don't be afraid, because it seems like to me a lot of guys are embarrassed or they feel some kind of shame about it.
No.
Don't. That's the business you're in. No. That is the business you're in.
I'll tell you another person. He's big time, but I mean, he's still relevant. I'm gonna tell you why he's still relevant. He's been out of WWE for a long time. It's Gene Snitsky, and you go to Snitsky's page, always bam. It don't matter what he's doing. If it's for his work, where he's working at, where he works at I think he owns part of a sporting goods store up there. Man, anything his sporting, bam, 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 bam. He is constantly on there. He still wrestles. He still wrestles. Often is the one that trained him.
That's right.
Sitka and all the the Rock. He knows all them cats. He's up there all the time. He's back wrestling. I think it's for MLW. I think he's wrestling for
maybe,
and he's doing really good in that. He's matter of fact, I saw he sent me a thing the other day of a match he had where he was going to punt. He was going to punt a midget. He's healing, so he's going to punt a midget and cause the babies to come down and run a bit. They had him on his feet with his head on the ground.
I had to get Snitsky down here one time.
Man, I will tell you, I will see if I can't get him to do it.
That's Savage Brotherhood material right there. I'd love that Snitsky.
Dude, he's a huge guy.
Oh, I know.
Huge guy, and Oh man, he is. Oh, but one thing I love about him though is the same thing. You can say what you want to about Snitsky, but he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
promoting,
I'm not sure if you got him or not, man. Because I mean, we go back and forth because he always talks about small wrestlers and big wrestlers and all like that. Me and him we always jawing back and forth with each other. I met him in New York.
Get on his page, and
man.
stuff,
man, he's a nice geezer. I do love Snitsky. He's a friend, and met him while I was playing up in New York, and we hit it off. And like I said, he's a great guy. But he's the same way, man. He's not even in WWE
Chuck
anymore.
Poe is the man. I love Chuck, by the way.
Oh, Chuck! Oh, man, yeah, man.
Chuck is great. I haven't seen Chuck in a while. I love Chuck.
Hey, man, he is the most jacked referee there is. Yeah. I guarantee he's bigger than most of the wrestlers.
Yeah, I got some good Chuck stories.
We're gonna do a ref bump, but not on Chuck. Yeah. Chuck is twice the size you are.
Chuck is great. I miss him, Chuck.
He Chuck's is, man. I know I get to see him every once in a while. Man.
Yeah, I love the guy.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. So you've got to be out promoting, promoting, and you can't be afraid of it.
No, you can't.
And if the boys don't understand that,
yeah,
then it's a sad day.
If they're thinking
because you haven't been, you're just not paying attention, you're not evolving, and you don't understand.
Okay, I think basically what it is. This is to me. It's probably people look at it as being arrogant. And it's not supposed
to be. Well, they look at you as being arrogant.
But no, it's
egomaniacal, cockiness, and that's not what it is. You're doing your job.
But with that being said, you are a heel. What's a heel supposed to be?
Oh, I'm
arrogant, cocky, and everything else. That's what you're supposed to be as a baby. I mean, as a heel. You're supposed to do that, but you can still promote yourself as a baby. It does not matter. You can still, I don't because I don't wrestle anymore. I'll do something for the gym stuff or something like that. But if I'm going to be on a card, if I ever get back in the ring or whatever, you'll see I'm going to be promoting the crap out of it. And I'm a full-fledged baby, and a couple times a week, I'm going to put something on my Lone Wolf, on my regular page, everything else, share it on the Crossroads and everything else.
Yeah. And you have to, I mean, that's the sort of thing that has to be done in this business. And if you're not doing it, then guys, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Kind of missing the point. Kind of missing the point of what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Which is promoting yourself, promoting the shows that you're going to be on. And that's got to be a constant. It's got to be a constant. Because if not, then you're doing a disservice to the people who have hired you, and you are hired.
Yeah.
When
you're hired to do a job.
You're going to
get another thing too. If you want to get paid well, if you want to get paid well, and trust me, the booker's looking. If you get out there and you get done, he gives you $20. Guess what? You didn't help put butts in the seats.
No.
If you get done and you get a nice little PO, guess what? You did your job.
Yeah, I don't. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not. You hire me to come to your show. I'm not just gonna walk out there and go.
Yeah.
Or walk out there and go. Oh no, it's this.
Yeah.
Nonstop. It's that before I ever get there. It's that while I'm leaving. It's all of it.
Now, all I got to tell everybody that ever has been in this business or ever wants to be in this business like that is to look at your first OWO show that you ever went down there, because you promoted the crap out of that. They shared it down there, and I remember this well. They was walking by the back second. As soon as your music hit, and you walked out, they didn't know. They were like, "What's this music?" Then all of a sudden, you walked out. That place erupted. They hated your guts.
Yeah.
And you had never been there. You got more, because there was the guys, because I watched all the matches. Guys that had been there for a long years, heels and everything else, did not get the reaction that you got. When you walked out there, then people hated your guts. That's what they got to look at.
Well, it's all about emotion.
Yeah.
And stirring that emotion. You got to be willing to do it and try to do it. Barry said, I was asked yesterday, was I going to be at Hadley's? Yes, you are. Got to promote again, October 29th, 4 p.m. bell time. It's going to be a wild show. You'll see a lot of promotions, promos coming up here.
Yeah.
Coming up soon.
Yeah.
You'll see the flyer for it. I'm making another flyer. We've already got one out there, but I'll update the flyer.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get that out there and really start promoting it hard and heavy on the Crossroads page. So go like and share and follow the Crossroads show, Crossroads page. Like, share, and follow the Crossroads YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to make a video promo for the Halloween show for Crossroads. So just got my new green screen in, so we're going to do some green screen work. I got planned that's going to be off the chain. It's going to be good.
Yep.
A lot of fun stuff. A lot of stuff that I think you have to do. You know, when we talk about doing these things and really promoting Crossroads. So you know, look forward to it. We got some other shows we're trying to put together for Crossroads.
Yep.
And I don't mind, and that's kind of the thing too. Like you've heard me talk about Crossroads, you've heard us talk about Bluff, you've heard us talk about MCW, MIW, OWO, APW, places that where I have friends and I know that they're working and stuff. Yeah. Even if I'm not working there, I'm going to promote their stuff.
Yes,
just going to do it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because I like those places, I like those people, and you know, it's one of those things where I like to see them all keep going because there's a lot of people in those areas that love wrestling, watch wrestling, and come out and support the shows. Yeah, it may not be by the thousands, but when you got a couple hundred folks coming out there to do that and paying their hard-earned money to come watch you do what you do, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and I'm still having a blast doing it. So
most definitely.
And be sure you turn into CW30 every Saturday morning, 11:30, to catch Bluff City Wrestling. As we bring you some old school style wrestling, you're gonna be seeing some stuff in the next few weeks on there. That's happened and transpired over the last few days that I'm pretty pissed about. You'll see that. There's a lot of things. There'll be a promo. There'll be a video later on in the week that's coming out that explains a lot. I'm sad about it, but you'll see. You'll see. Folks, we appreciate y'all tuning in today for Hills and Faces.
Yeah.
Again, once again, love goes out to Kenny.
Yeah.
Bant,
his family.
Rest in peace there, Kenny.
Yeah.
I certainly hated that news. And we are going to be in Osceola this Saturday. Doors open at 4. Bell time is at 5. This fun a night to fight. And this is for Vickie. And so I'm excited about it. It's going to be a blast. A lot of great entertainment. A lot of great people going to be out there. So it's going to be fun coming out this weekend, September 30th. I think I'm sitting here and I believe it's 1098 Kaiser Street. I believe is what it is. I better pull this poster up so y'all can see it one more time. We'll share it. 1098 West Kaiser. That's true. Doors open at 4. Bell time is at 5. It's a night to fight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of good guys going to be there. And we're going to have a blast doing it. A lot of great wrestling. Be prepared to just enjoy yourself because it will be cool. Barry said he will be there too.
There you go.
It's like I said, it's going to be fun. It's well worth it. The cause is, guys, you definitely want to be a part of this show and come see it and just give back to a lady who's given a lot of herself. And her family has too. So come out and support them. We know we're going to be there. Appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all next time. For Lone Wolf, Big Daddy. Check soon.